This is how to solo complete the main easter egg on the Vanguard Zombies map, the Archon. So the first step is to build Pack-a-Punch. You have to collect 2 parts, both locations will be already marked for you. The first one is in the Juggernog area and the second is on top of the train wreck. Once you have the parts, go back to the Pack-a-Punch and start the ritual. Now you have to kill zombies to fill the machine with their souls. After the screen goes white, you have to place the relic on top of this podium. This is going to start some dialogue between the characters and spawn a portal. Enter the portal leading to the Dark Eater, and after surviving for a while you will be intentionally downed and teleported back to the map. To be able to enter the Dark Eater again, and for this time defeat Cortifex, you have to complete 3 trials. They can be done in any order, but I recommend the order I will show them in this video. A shovel is also required to complete the trials, but you can find one at the following 4 locations. Inside the train wreck near Stamina Up, right in front of the Blue Fountain, on the top floor of the Collapsed Bazaar building, or right in front of the Green Fountain. You will find the first obelisk representing the Trial of Mindfulness behind the Pack-a-Punch machine on the Merchant Road. In order to activate this obelisk, you have to dig up a red orb around it, which will fly towards this wall. There are only a few dig spots here, so the orb is guaranteed. Now you can interact with it, and when you do so, it's going to show 3 symbols that you have to memorize in the shown order. Then 6 runes will appear on the ground and you need to capture the runes with the correct symbols in the same order as they appeared. After capturing the final rune, you will be given a random 1 minute long challenge. There are a lot of challenges like survive with a random pistol, don't take damage, get only headshots, and so on. However, if you do fail one, you have to skip the round and try it again. But once it's done, you have to repeat this entire process 2 more times. During the second time you have to memorize 4 symbols and do a challenge, and for the third time there will be 5 symbols and a random challenge. I made a cheat sheet image which makes memorizing the symbols easier, and you can download this from the description. Once you have successfully completed them, the red orb will fly on top of the obelisk and you are able to start the Trial of Mindfulness. But before you do so, make sure you have decoy grenades. This final challenge is the same in every game and you have to capture 5 runes in any order but without damaging the zombies. That's why the decoys are really helpful. However, if you fail, you have to wait till the next round to start again. But when you capture enough runes, the obelisk will be charged and you get some power-ups as well. So the next obelisk I recommend doing is at the train wreck, and this one represents the Trial of Sacrifice. To activate it, make sure you have 3 Molotovs and a bad Pack-a-Punch weapon. You can buy Molotovs for 500 points at this location in front of the derailment area, and to get a bad Pack-a-Punch weapon, just hit the mystery box until it gives you something. Basically anything that is packed. Okay, so now using the Molotovs, you have to light up 3 torches around the train wreck, and you can see the locations right now on the screen. Once the final torch is lit up, the red orb will spawn and you have to sacrifice a Pack-a-Punch weapon. Obviously you don't wanna get rid of your shotgun. This is going to spawn a boss zombie called Überkrieger, and after killing him you can start the Trial of Sacrifice by interacting with the obelisk. Your goal is to charge up 4 more obelisks in this area by killing zombies around them while you are standing inside Ring of Fire. You can get Ring of Fire by interacting with this runestone near the train. Whenever you have to recharge Ring of Fire, get 6 zombie kills next to the main obelisk to get the full power. After all 4 obelisks are connected to the main one with a red light, the step is complete and you can collect some power-ups again. And lastly, the final obelisk is in the Blue Fountain area, which represents the Trial of Resilience. You have to destroy one of these 3 red crystals on top of the rocks, and then the red orb will fly out from one of them. Now you have to pick up 3 cursed items around the map one by one and bring them back to the red orb. Keep in mind you won't be able to run or reload while holding a cursed item, but if you just keep killing the Boom Schreiers, this is pretty easy. The head can be found in this tent near the spawn, the skull is on this table upstairs of the bazaar, and lastly the cursed femur can be digged up at the back of the derailment area. Once all of these items have been given to the orb, it will fly towards the Decimator shield, freeing it so you can pick up the shield. And now you are ready to complete the Trial of Resilience by interacting with the obelisk. Your goal is to destroy 3 pillars made out of zombies, then take the blood from that pillar and pour it into this fountain. You have to use the shield's special ability, which will recharge every 30 seconds to destroy a pillar. Once the fountain is filled, the obelisk will be charged and you can collect some power-ups just like you did before. And at this point only the boss fight remains, but before you interact with the Dark Eater portal, make sure you have the following things: a tier 3 packed Einhorn revolving shotgun and the Decimator shield, at least a tier 4 ring of fire and a decent pair setup. However, the tiers are totally up to you. So when you are ready, interact with the portal to start the final boss fight, which has 3 phases, and in each phase you have to destroy one of the glowing eyes of Cortifex. He has 2 different type of attacks. He can throw a red orb which will follow you, or summon lightnings. Both of these deal huge amount of damage, so just make sure you are always on the run and you are avoiding these attacks. Once he spawns zombies, just hold them up and kill them with your shield. Basically, when there are no zombies around, just keep shooting his forehead until the phase is done. And I know the shotgun may be slow, but it still deals the most amount of damage. Between phases you are able to repair your armor, so I recommend doing that. In the second and the third phase, Cortifex will have a shield around him, so he cannot be damaged normally. Instead, you have to destroy red crystals in the area, then pick up the red rocks and throw them inside the purple alien plants. They will transform the rocks and turn them into corrupted crystals. Once you have a blue crystal, throw it at one of the huge floating rocks to break Cortifex's shield. Then just keep shooting one of his eyes to damage him and repeat. However, if you activate Ring of Fire, you can basically complete the second phase by only breaking his shield once. Then you will be teleported into the final phase, where you just have to repeat everything you did in the second phase. So get a rock, transform it by using a plant, throw it to the floating rock and damage Cortifex. During this phase, Cortifex can also heal himself, but if you are using Ring of Fire, well, there is a huge chance you will never see that healing animation. When you defeat Cortifex, he just simply falls to the bottom of the Dark Eater, and you get an animated calling card, a free Wunderwaffe, some power-ups, and all of your pairs will be upgraded by 1 tier. And that's pretty much it for this video. There is no cutscene or anything. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and see you in the next, probably not Vanguard Zombies video.